I'm at the Gilmore farm. It's a tenant house lived in by a former slave named George Gilmore from over at Montpelier. And I saw this place last week when I was here in Orange. I thought I'd stop back by, check it out. And it's also the site of a Civil War encampment. So see what's going on back here. All right. So it looks like George Gilmore, born slave in Montpelier, 1810. Of course, he was freed after the Civil War, 1865. And looks like the original cabin was built. Maybe that's it right there. This cabin, 1873. And he was leasing this land from Dr. James Madison. That would be the grandnephew of President James Madison. James Madison didn't own Montpelier at this time. He died 1836. Dolly died, or she sold it at least in 1844. And yeah, so anyway, he lived here with his wife Polly. She was also a slave, and they had 3 kids. And let's see, looks like you got the title to the land, 1901, and 3 generations of Gilmores lived here. Looks like somebody's been camping out. I don't know if I'd start a fire under a tree like that. And so it looks like this is, I guess, part of the original house. Yeah, so. All right, so it looks like about a mile of trail, and looks like it heads toward the Gilmore Cemetery, Civil War and Gilmore Farm, goes over to the encampment, and comes over to the some reconstructed huts. So yeah, go check this out. All right, so here's the grave site, and no tombstones. It says George buried over here to the left next to his wife, and looks like the entrance to Montpelier right over there. Anyway, I'm gonna head over to the farm. All right, made it to the farm. The Gilmores wouldn't have lived in these houses, but across the street from the train depot, this is the old Orange Plank Road. It's Route 20 Constitution Highway now. And just gonna take a walk around, look at these houses, get some pictures. So this is the encampment site. Not too much going on nowadays, but I have to picture it at the time. All these trees would have been cut down. Huts were just in front of us, about 400 soldiers. Latrines were on the backside of the hill. And you have to think about what a harsh existence it was, cutting down all these trees, cutting them into boards, building those huts. And they've done some excavation and really didn't find any animal bones, meaning they pretty much survived the winter just eating hardtack, some salted pork, cornmeal. So yeah, pretty brutal existence, definitely. So these are some reconstructed huts used by McGowan's brigade and South Carolina brigade. And here's a little sketching of their setup. Soldiers, of course, stayed in the smaller huts, generals in the larger ones. And it says about 3 to 4 soldiers stayed in each hut. So yeah, and this was the winter encampment of 63 into 64. And long story short, after the Battle of Gettysburg, Lee's army retreated south, came down here to Orange, and they set up about a 30-mile defense perimeter on the south side of the Rapidan. And yeah, to prevent any of Meade's advancement towards Richmond. So they held off a couple of advancements, the most famous being the Battle of Mine Run. And that ended early December, I think December 2nd of 63. And after that, yeah, they went ahead and decided to set up this encampment and built these little huts, built watchtowers, cut down trees, built a plank road, the famous Orange Plank Road. Anybody from the area might be familiar with that. And yeah, these things have fireplaces back there. Yeah, so they stayed here through the winter all the way up until May of 64. And that's where they took off east, the Battle of Wilderness. So okay, so that's it. And yeah, like I say, nothing too special, but cool to check this place out and just get out, walk around in some nature. So anyway, see ya.